Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Sunday the 19th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, decent time frame, got up and around, got in the hot tub, got my soak on. From there, wife got up and she got a few things done around the house, kind of chilling out there. And then she said she wanted to run over to get grocery shopping done. So she went and got all taken care of and got back from it. And we were kind of hanging around in the morning, figured out what time we were leaving because we were going to run over to Universal Studios tonight for Halloween Horror Nights and check it out. So we'd won, actually she won a couple free tickets, including parking and all that, which is like, I don't know, $320 value with everything included for the two of us and parking and all that. And she'd won tickets on it a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Finally got them figured out. Today's the day we're going. So after she got back, got all the groceries put away, it was kind of early day. I was like, this will work. So use that time to go ahead and get my run in. So got that done and got back from my run and got myself a shower. I was kind of chilling out there at the house, and in the time frame, we were leaving at like 4, and which would put us there a little after 5. And the place didn't open, the gates don't open until 6:30, it said. So we had plenty of time, and they said to get in line at like 5:30, whatever, 5:30 to be in line there. So I was like, let's see how that goes down. I was like, no problem. So once I got back from the run, I wasn't going to have dinner that early and really wasn't hungry at all to begin with. So I was trying to figure out what I was doing with it. So how are you doing today? So we went ahead and I told her, I said, hey, how about if I make you salmon and rice? And then you can have that and you'll have it left over for tomorrow for lunch as well. And she said, that sounds wonderful. So went ahead, and after I got a shower, I got it all rinsed up and stuff. And she doesn't like starting the rice pot. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's the fact that it's hard to see how much water it was put in and whatnot, because the layout in the pan, the pot that you put it in, is lousy at best. So, but yeah, I went ahead and got that figured out, got that all done, and then got that started. And then I went ahead and headed outside to have myself a little cigar, kind of chilling out, just waiting for time to leave. I got close enough time to take off, and went in, grabbed my cooler, got it ready to go and whatnot, and took one of the THC drinks. So I was planning on drinking in the parking lot, walking into Universal. So didn't want to pay their prices for any alcohol or anything. And I thought, we'll see how it goes on Halloween Horror Nights, a little THC, and go from there. So everything was good. We headed out. Had virtually no traffic. They kept telling us there was like on all the billboards, there was stop traffic on the interstate on I-4. And luckily it was like 3 miles ahead of where our exit was. So we got off there just fine, found our parking garage, got in, got parked, got the photo taken of the spot, and then I don't know how or why, somehow I was completely forgot to take my drink. I was gonna drink it on the way into the security up there. It's a pretty good little walk, and completely forgot about it. So didn't have anything to drink, which was fine, no big deal. But we got through security and had to go through like 3 times because they told me to cover my watch. They don't say anything about taking your watch off or taking your belt off, just to empty your pockets. And then apparently my belt buckle was thrown off, which is weird because it doesn't throw it off other places, but it seems to here. So I'm like, whatever. So I had to pop my belt off real quick, check it back to the conveyor, and basically from there it went to the x-ray again. So wife had made it through for a shot, so she had all my stuff, my money clip, my hat, and my glasses and all that stuff. So it is what it is. But yeah, got it in my phone, but that's the truck. So we got into the park, we were kind of wandering around, and I didn't realize we were supposed to be in line that quick. So that's just, if you're going to shop here at City Walk and do other things, then we need to go the opposite direction. So there's nothing left over here except the gate. And that's when she told me, they told her to, which is all in line with saying line up like 5 o'clock, 5:30 to be in line. I'm like, okay, well, let's just go do that then. So went and got in line, and then they came out and opened the gates at 6 instead of 6:30, even though the announcer guy who was right there live with us kept telling us they're going to open the gates at 6:30. So, which is really kind of dumb, because what if I realized I forgot something in the car, I had to go do something? I would have thought I had until 6:30 before they opened the gates to get back to meet my wife, and wasn't the case. So, but luckily we got in, and we didn't think about, they don't do paper maps anymore at all. It's all app based, which is fine, except we had not downloaded the app. Wife ended up said to hell that we were just gonna wander around. She decided while we were waiting in line after we were walking past the gate, we didn't think about in line. We got in there and she downloaded the app, and that made it look quicker. We check wait times, different houses, before we actually had to walk over there to stand there. So we kind of just headed right and just followed a little bit of the crowd, but mostly just kind of walking, and ended up hitting the like first house. Went through, and line wasn't too bad. I think it was a 20-minute wait, 25-minute wait. Wasn't horrible. Got there and chatted with other couple. There's two couples behind us from Illinois area and Indiana. I think they were the two different places they're from, but chatted with them for a while. Had a great conversation. Went to the house, and the house took about 4 minutes to walk through. And part of the problem is they're trying to push so many people through this damn thing that there's no time to reset the scares. So like if you look more than 5 feet ahead of you, you already see when the person jumps out and startles you. And I was like, this is kind of dumb, but okay, whatever. So it is what it is. I had a couple startles. The first one that got me was like, it's like an old westerny mob, like mining thing that's supposed to be taken over by zombies or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they had a little rod that slammed the floor that felt like either dynamite went off next to you, or what it felt to me like, and working a little bit of construction, working on houses, when somebody drops like a giant 2x4 or a giant hammer sledge or something, slams down right by your foot, and you jump and startle because you think, I could have just lost a toe, you know, like this was kind of that moment. So I had that little bit of a startle right there. That was the biggest startle I had of the whole damn night. Like that was good. So I was like, yeah, it is what it is. So got to that first house, and then we walked out and hit the next one, which is the dollhouse, and went into that one. And you're supposed to be small, which is hard to do when they have like giant outlets on the wall and stuff where it make you feel like you're a toy size. But we're like in a tent, so like in a tiny little area that it's not very high, so you don't get that ominous feeling of height above you that you would get. They didn't want the sound stages or whatever, which they didn't do. So whatever. And other people complain about how they always do this tiny houses where you're supposed to be small in the tents every year, and not one of the big tall places where they can get more of the height. And even other people had mentioned the same thing. So it is what it is. But we walked there and waited for the second house. We had, I think, a 45-minute wait there, and the same couple had actually followed us over there. So we got chatting with them and stuff, which was nice. And then it took a lot longer to get through because they had all express passes, and they were letting a bunch of them through because they pay hundreds of dollars extra to have these for the groups of people that can get in early. So yeah, it is what it is there. So we did that, and then we got to the line to actually go in the house, and we got split up. We went in first. The four people behind us, the two couples, they got cut off because of the bunch of the people going through our express pass. And then we came out, we never saw them again. So that kind of sucked. We were enjoying talking to them, waiting in line for the two houses. So we had some real good conversations that were just fun to have. So that was the highlight of the night, was talking to people online, truthfully. So we got done there, went over to the next house, and while we were waiting on the dollhouse, it started to rain. Not real hard, but it started to rain pretty good. I was like, oh, that sucks. Luckily, we got a little bit wet, but not too bad. Then we got out of there, went to the next house, and we came out of that house, which that was a much longer wait. And then I think it was 2 hours. No, it was 100 minutes. So hour and 40 minutes. It was 100 minute wait. So I went in line for that, which took forever. And then wife ended up, we got done. Yeah, it was good. It was a good house. I don't know, it wasn't great. We are not impressed with Halloween Horror Nights. We do not understand it at all. We just really don't. And it makes no sense to us. And it just, yeah, so we'll never go back. Even with free tickets. If somebody gave me free tickets, my wife said she wanted me to go with her, I would. But I would rather not. Like, I would only be 100% doing it for her, and she understood that too. So we just stopped by Diagonal Alley, which is the Harry Potter world, and wife bought one of their iced butter beers, whatever, and it's cream soda, taste anything. Not a fan. Didn't even take a taste of it because I don't like that taste in my mouth, and had nothing to chase it down with afterwards. So from there, I said, you can have anything you want. If you want other drinks, food here, I don't care. It's crazy expensive. It's like, I don't know, I think I saw $11.75 for a can of beer, which I'm like, that seems a little high to me. It was $6 for a bottle of water. And I'm like, aren't those like a quarter at Costco? Like, I don't know. I understand they make a lot of money and people are willing to pay it because you're trapped in there. So what are you gonna do? But it is what it is. So we got over there and then we walked to that next house. It was raining pretty hard and we tucked into one of the buildings, tried to buy a poncho, and it was like 15 bucks for a piece of plastic poncho. And my wife, I said, you know, I'll happily get one. We'll wait right in line, it's no big deal. And she goes, no, I'll not spend that on it. Which we got really lucky because it barely drizzled after that. Like while we were in the building, it poured down rain for like 3 minutes while we was waiting to find out how much poncho was. And then it was like awesome. And we was able to walk out and it virtually sprinkled a couple times here and there. but overall, nothing bad. So we ended up in another couple houses that was similar stuff, and decided to go to it. It was a, what was it, 120-minute wait, so 2 hours. My wife wanted to do that, which that's when my body started kind of shutting down. I was really not feeling it that great. We did ride the Escape Gringotts Harry Potter ride, the roller coaster ride, and sitting in that ride the way it sits, it actually kind of ended up cramping my heel up. My heel does, if I keep walking, I can do a lot better. My calves and my heel give me a lot of pain when I stop moving, and then I try and move again. It's really bad, like especially like on a car ride, I have a hard time, or even like after I come in and I sit down for dinner after my shower and then eat for, say I spend 45 minutes, an hour eating, half an hour, whatever, and I get up, it's so painful, and it's like all I can do to hobble from my chair into the kitchen. Once I'm in the kitchen, really stretch out a little bit, and I can finish the rest of my evening what I want to do. So, but it's kind of weird how my body does that to me. So, but yeah, that's always fun to do. But so I hobbled out of the Potter ride, and it was up and down stairs, which with my leg was, oh my god, so miserable. So we already had that pain in the ass. That was not fun. So we ended up standing in line, and just the standing still for that 2 hours really kicked my ass. It was a lot on me. It was like, this is getting annoying. There's a lot of dumb people around that were just annoying as hell also, and people trying to cut in lines and trying to push past you. I'm like, we're all going to the same spot. Like, what are we doing? Just, there's no reason to crowd up on me and shit. So we end up in that house, and as we're walking through, the couple of young ladies, there were 3 in the group that were behind us, like, one of them kept stepping on my damn shoe, like 4 times stepping on my damn shoe. And I finally just stopped and look at her. I'm like, stop stepping on my damn shoe. Like, back up 2 feet. Like, back up. Like, damn it. Like, and 1, it was annoying because it kept pulling my shoe off. And 2, it takes you out of the damn space you're in because you're supposed to be in a haunted house. You're getting stepped on by people behind you, which is super annoying. And it just sucks to have your shoe stepped on. Like, fuck, I understand it happens once or twice. It's a dark house. It's whatever. But, goddamn, like, by the 4th time, I shouldn't have to turn around and yell at you to get you off my damn shoes. So, at that point, they gave like 5 feet gap, which is good, which is more than anybody else had. Like, it was crazy how packed in everybody was. So got through it, and then in another house with some other girls behind us that literally screamed like just bloody murder the whole damn time. And I'm like, you can't be that scared. Like, it's not that scary. We don't get it. My wife, the scariest thing that happened to my wife all night was there was like in that mining one, I was walking through, there's like a bunch of air and stuff, the fog and everything on the ground. And there was like a rattling sound, like a rattlesnake. And I don't think she caught that sound was there, but in the back of your mind, you'll still know it. I was going to turn around and go, is that a snake there? And she screamed, just like jumped and screamed and hollered and was kind of mad at me. I was like, that was the scariest thing she had. So I was like, hey, it is what it is. So we popped out of there, then went to our last house. We were making up our mind, ended up at Five Nights at Freddy, and ended up talking to a young lady who works for Hulu, Disney, whatever. And I chatted with her for a while, and that was a great conversation. She was like 27 or something, and we chatted with her for a lot. And we had that, I think it was 2 hour wait also. It was an hour and 40 minute where it was a long wait. So yeah, got through it, and at this point it's like 1:30 or so. Park closed at 2. But if you get in line for the next ride, then you can wait. They won't kick you out most of the time. Sometimes it will, but as long as you're in line before the park closes, and then you get it, they basically cut you off here and there, and you can wait how long it waits. But if it's another 2 hour wait, all the rides look at about 2 hour waits for the, no, I keep saying rides, the walk through the house, which by the way, wait takes 3.5 to 5 minutes. That's all it took us to get through these houses. So you wait in line for 2 hours plus, and then just standing still in line, moving up, standing still, moving up for 3.5 to 5 minutes of walking through, which was, they were not great. Like, I heard so many people brag about this shit, and I just don't understand it. Like I said, I wouldn't go back with free tickets. It's absolutely miserable and nothing good about it at all. Like, it was just bad. Conversations in line were way better than anything else. So, but we didn't feel like leaving the park at 3 a.m. by the time we got to the next house and all that junk. So we just got it was enough. We were both tired of walking around. So we walked back to the car, get to the car, went ahead and poured myself a Mountain Dew and headed home. And I expect my wife to crash out like right away because she falls asleep in the car often, and I know she's tired. So, but she stayed awake the whole time. We chatted and talked about all kinds of stuff and had ourselves good conversation, and just smoked my cigar and enjoyed that. I waited about half, I was partway home before I lit up, and was enjoying that. We just chatted and talked and just had a wonderful drive back. And then she went to bed when I got home, and I went outside to finish my cigar. So I went heading out there and also to finish my soda. So I was like, cool. So I went out there for a while, got my cigar finished, and then I was tired. It was, I don't know, 5 o'clock when I went to bed finally, which is crazy because it was, you know, an hour and a half drive home when we left there. So it was after 3 when I got to the house. So, but yeah, I was happy to be home, happy to be in bed finally, and wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for now. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.